use when one or both are x or y. So this is y equals, so I'm good to use it. Substitute everything after the equal sign. So what's after the equal sign? Everything after the y equals or x equals sign. You're going to substitute that into the other equation where you see that variable. So I'm looking for what? Y. So I'm going to put this in here where I see y. Okay. In parentheses for the substitution. So I'm going to write that down. So I have negative 4x. So negative 4x, then negative, then 2. Then I see y. Okay, now because I see y, I'm going to put everything that y is supposed to be. Negative 2x plus 6. And then I keep going. Equals 5. Okay, now this just becomes what? An equation. You draw your river. Okay, now we need to get in the, we need to go ahead and get in and distribute that. So it's going to be negative 4x. Okay, negative 2 times negative 2x is going to be positive 4x. Negative times negative is positive. 2 times 2 is 4. And then negative 2 times 6. Negative times a positive is a negative. 2 times 6 is 12. And then 5. Okay, boxes and circles. So box, box, circle, circle. Okay. I'm going to change this question because I want to show you infinitely many solutions. So I'm going to make this side of the equation to negative 12. I'm sorry, change all of this to negative 12. Okay, so take this to the other side. It's going to become what? It's going to be positive 12. Cross it out. This is a listening check. Color in this positive 12 we're writing down. So you have negative meets positive. They're going to fight, right, and die. So they're going to be 0x equals. And then you have negative meets positive. They're going to fight and die. And again, you're going to get 0. Now, this is different from my previous example. So I get 0x equals 0. In this case, I had 0y equals a number. This one, I have it is equal to 0. So when you have 0x is equal to 0, what that means is nothing. So again, nothing is equal to nothing. And when you have that situation, it is infinitely many solutions. Which once again means that if I solve this for y equals, you would have the same slope as well as the same y-intercept. Okay, so I'm just going to do that again. So maybe be checking first to see if it has the same slope and the y-intercepts. That way you know if it's infinitely many solutions or no solutions. So for this one, I have y equals negative 2x plus 6. Okay, my slope is right here. My y-intercept is right here. Alright, and then this one you need to solve it for y equals. So we're going to take this to the side. It's going to be plus 4x. So you're going to have y equals plus 4x minus 12. Sorry, this was negative 2y. Negative 2y. Divide everything by negative 2. This is a listening check. Color in the circled negative 2. You're going to get y equals a positive divided by a negative is a negative. 4 divided by 2 is 2, and then x. Negative divided by a negative is a positive. 12 divided by 2 is 6. And you can notice that what? They have the same slope, same y-intercept, which means that they are exactly the same line. The same line, which means infinitely many solutions. So that's where it comes from. All right, let's take a look at one last example. So again, only works if it's x or y. What you do is you substitute everything after the equal sign. So that's everything here into the other equation where you see that variable. So where do I see x here? So I'm going to put it right there. Okay. In parentheses for the substitution. So I'm going to write this equation out again. So it's going to be 3. Then I see the x in parentheses. 7y minus 2. And then you keep going. Minus y equals 14. You draw your river. Okay. Then you make sure you distribute all the way in. 3 times 7 is 21. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. And then bring everything else down. Boxes and circles. Don't forget the symbol. Alright, so it looks like I just need to move this circle that way. So I'm going to move that there. It's going to change from negative 6 to what? Positive 6. Now combine 21 minus y is 20y equals 14 plus 6 is 20. Okay, divide both sides by 20. So I'm going to have y is equal to 1. Go ahead and put a box around that. Then it says solve for the only variable, put a box around it, plug answer into the easiest looking equation to find the other one. So take this one and plug it into one of these. Which one do you want to plug it into? Doesn't matter. I'm just going to plug it into the first one. So I write that down. So x equals 7y minus 2. And now I'm plugging where I see y, I'm putting 1. So this is x equals 7, and I see y, so that's 1 minus 2. X equals 7 minus 2, which is 5. Okay. Write your solution, x and then y. So x is 5. So here's my solution. X is 5 and y is 1. That's my solution. Now I'm going to check if this xy is a solution. So if this xy is a solution, you plug in your answers in both equations, check if it's true. So you write both equations down. So this goes x equals 7y minus 2, and this one is 3x minus y equals 14. And now you're just plugging in all of this. So where x is 5, so x is 5, 7, y is 1. Plug it in here, so x is equal to 3, x is 5, minus y is 1. This is a listening check. Color in the box with x equals 5. Use a calculator to check it. So 5 equals 7 times 1 is 7, 7 minus 2 is 5. So that one is true. 3 times 5 is 15, minus 1 is 14. So that's true. So that means I did this correct, and this is my solution. And that's pretty much all there is to it. So let's practice.